Here's another format I hadn't used for a while until I found some stuff on a shelf and thought, must do one of these. Yes, clearance special. So, basically the pound shops, Pound World and Poundland as they are these days. Maybe there's some old stuff here from 99p stores. May you rest in peace. You will be avenged. No, you won't. Basically, occasionally they'll get in lines which were sold for previously far more than £1 in more regular shops, but they ended up with far too much stock because it wasn't selling or they just made too much or whatever, so it gets shoved out through clearance in pound stores. And here's some stuff that I got bloody ages ago, probably literally years ago for most of it, because I put them on shelf and forgot about them. How about some figures, for instance, from Pirates of the Caribbean? You remember the film series? There's the first one that I really liked, and the second one, which was a really dismal experience in the cinema, and I haven't seen the other since. Basically, you've got these figures on rather generic cards. You could get Blackbeard, Angelica, Jack Sparrow, Barbossa, and Gibbs. It's very sad what happened to Angelica after Rugrats. I don't know that character, I haven't seen the film Home, I don't think. But, yeah, there we are. Captain Barbossa, looking sort of well, he was sort of a deadly ghost pirate in the first one. Didn't he turn up right at the end of the second one? I can't jolly well remember now. So, yeah, these are specifically on Stranger Tides. Tides being a reference, of course, to Tide, the old washing powder from the 1970s, because that's just what you need in a pirate film. So yes, let's have a look at the figure. The face looks pretty good, actually. It looks quite clearly... Oh, blimey. He's got a serious peg leg problem there. That is nastily warped. Now, you're going to fall over in the snow with that, mate. Yeah, the face sculpt's actually very good. It looks quite a lot like Geoffrey Rush with a beard, which is quite literally what the figure is. There's a bit of articulation in the legs there. There's nice soft plastic for the coat, so it actually has more rubber than anything, so it actually articulates under the legs and around, which is all good. Where they put it on, you've got these slightly weird sort of armpit things, but it's not a massive problem. He's got a crutch to help him with this rather basic prosthetic that looks like he nicked it off a table. And there is a sabre which he can rattle, because I think that's what they do. You could do some more paint applications, like on the hat and that. These do look like relatively cheaply produced figures, but still, actually, not bad at all. Really good sculpt. Yeah, decent paint. You could do with a bit more paint, but that's really the only argument. And I've got to say, knocking them out for £1 and your kid likes the pirates, then that's pretty damn fine. We also have Blackbeard, which is Ian McShane, a.k.a. Lovejoy, a.k.a. That guy out of Deadwood, whose name I don't know. There doesn't seem to be any paint applications on this one at all, which is mildly disappointing. He's got a cutlass thing going on, and a flintlock pistol, but it's the rubbery hat we're interested in. I'm not sure I would have recognised that as Ian McShane if I didn't know beforehand, but to be fair, he's got so much hair and beard going on, you probably wouldn't recognise him anyway. There we are. Have your hat, mate. Yes, serious lack of paint application on this one. But on the other hand, it does... I was going to say it looks like the character. I don't know what the character looks like in the film. I'm going to assume this. He's called Blackbeard. He dresses in black. He's a bit emo. He watched The Matrix too many times. And finally, it's good old Gibbs. A really famous British character actor whose name I have totally forgotten. And that is going to annoy me considerably. Put it in the comments, somebody. Actually, don't bother. It'll just be full of people arguing over bits and bobs. He's sort of a second-in-command-y type who helped Jack Sparrow on them, didn't he? Something to do with Orlando Bloom's character. Do you know what? I can't remember. But that's a bloody good likeness of him, I must say. And again, low paint apps, but the different colours kind of work with the different bits of plastic. It's good. I like these figures. I'm not entirely sure I wanted to pay, like... I mean, figures, especially with any articulation, are expensive now. Even the Star Wars figures have gone back to the sort of basic, just hips and shoulders articulation, haven't they? Yeah, I think £3 would be a good price for them. But for £1 each, they were a snip. Pity they probably sold out years ago. Anyway, that's enough figures for the time being. It's time for Slingers and lots of dust. Oh dear, yeah, left that a bit too long. Slingers, fast slinging action. I'm confused. What do you say, demon? I am a demon. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. That was worth the wait, wasn't it? So what is this? Something do not... No pas coupé, don't cut this string? What? There's like... Oh, God. I never knew that. Magnet... right. So this is to demonstrate the magnetic pickup. Shows how much interest I showed in these. There's Hercules, looking more like a bad sort of comic character from the 90s. Whoop! Oh look, the magnets picked it up. That's just astonishing. And here's a blue-skinned man with plus 110, for he is the Smurf's mightiest warrior. So it contains 3 collectible discs, quick draw game instructions. An odd number of discs are placed on the ground. Yes, throw your discs on the ground. Great game already. 3, 5 or 7. Why not 9? One player shouts, go! And the players play go instead. No, and the players compete to see how many discs they can pick up. Oh, fuck off, man. It's just a posh version of Jacks. The winner is the one holding the most discs when they're all picked up. So literally you just throw all these discs on the floor and they go, and so you can pick up the most the quickest, and presumably the numbers on them are all relevant. So how do you use this thing when that is... How would you use that if you've got to pick it up with your hand? Don't worry, I'll use this contraption to pick up one using the power of magnets. Oh, my opponent has picked many up at once, using his hand. What a tragedy. Right, I've got to cut into this now, so let's do a jump cut like all the kids like. Hey guys, let's go around Johnny's house. He's going to do some jump cuts. That's what they're always saying. Right, yeah, that's quite a strong magnet on there, actually. So there's a bit of cardboard. This is around like that, so yeah. So you connect this to your finger using Velcro, and then... What do you do? So... Woo! Woo! Is that a way of playing the game? Rather than picking up with your hand, you just use this... Are you supposed to use the magnet thing? That's very odd. It seems like... yeah, God no. So that's confused me. Do we have any more instructions? Oh, we might do. Hang on. So everybody has to have their own slinger, which is probably really expensive before it ended up in Poundland. It's also got a cracked meter, which is always nice, and a Rosenknopf. Do we actually have any English instructions? No, would appear to be the answer to that. Oh God, they've got a full-on map thing going on. There's supposed to be some sort of strategy to it, but yeah, no instructions in a language I can read easily. Well, the things are, well, I mean, they are metal. I'm not entirely sold on the designs, I must say. It's not really my kind of art going on there. Oh, look at that. Midgard Serpent. As opposed to Midgard the place, it's actually Midgard Serpent. We've got Odin and Mars. A bit of a sort of god thing going on there, I think. Interesting. They're very solid. Well, they are metal, what do you expect? They're like a sort of reinforced pog, I suppose. Or a tiny little tureen for a little mouse to eat some soup from. That'll be it. And this thing seems like an bizarre, over-engineered god knows what. You can flick this around, it has different numbers on it. And then there's a button here, which clicks up another thing. And then, yeah, we know how that works. And that kind of... Man, this is weird. I really wish I had a better instruction set, but there we go. Now, it's an interesting thing. So, you could get that metal thing in 3 discs for £1, which seems quite good. Tell you what I also got. An entire sodding box, like a retail box. Wow! This pack contains 24 retail-filled discs plus 3 Slingers discs. I don't know what a refill pack is, but yeah, it's literally an entire thing that you would, if we can actually open it up and demonstrate. Oh God, it's got really high security cellophane. This is what they wrap Fort Knox in, I think. Wow, I actually am going to have to rip that with something. Why did I put the knife away? Why was I a fool? There we are. Bloody hell. What the hell is this stuff made out of? Well, some form of cellophane plastic, I would have thought, but bloody hell, it's thick. Right, we've got it out. But nearly. Very nearly. Bloody hell! I swear to God, I want my house wrapped in that when I go on holiday. Nobody's going to break in. Right, so this is one of these packs that you open up comme ça. And then you can fold over halfway. I don't know where these bits go. Remove these bits. Alright, I'll do that later. And it would sit there like that in your shop and say, come on children, buy some Slingers War Titans. And then you get arrested and placed on some kind of register. Yeah, so obviously it didn't do very well when they were probably selling these for like £1 or £2 each, maybe even more. And then you've got the entire retail box in Poundland. My goodness, I think this was actually Poundland, this one, but probably going back 2-3 years, maybe even longer, I can't remember. God, look at it. It's like the Blind Bag City, Tennessee or something. I just want to see what's inside them, really. Oh, look, more metal discs. We've got Ares, for fans of God of War. We've got Jupiter. And we've got Egyptian Guard. Egyptian Guard's 130. Ares is plus 20, that modifier of some type. And Jupiter is 300 because he looks like he's escaped from Dragon Ball Z. And also in here are... I don't know. So it said here, on the cellophane bit, contains 24 refill packs plus 3 Slingers discs. Where are these Slingers discs? Ah, does it mean each pack has 3 Slingers discs in? Now I understand. Right, so let's have a look at these medallions, as they're calling them. Oh, this is interesting. This is how the game works. You chuck them on the floor, preferably some grass. Then a preppy kid in like a 1950s tank top wears some goggles, whilst Mr. Spock holds a grey orb. They then fling their orbs down and see... Oh, I see. J'ai gagné. I have won, says Spock. Well, the other one's turned into Spock now. They're all Spock from the side, which is a very deep statement. Yes, you don't pick them up with your hand. You have to use these things like a sort of crazy-ass yo-yo. Whew. Right, I've worked it out, guys, by using the medium of pictures. So you would have these, and then presumably you fight over each other, who gets which one by who gets there first. So it's like, Egyptian Guard. Oh, I didn't throw it hard enough. Yay, oh God, Ares, oh Judge, oh Mars, Mr. Spock, have I won yet? And that, children, is how we play Slingers War Titans. Go on, let's open one more. I'm going to have the biggest set of these in the world. I'm going to send them to somebody I don't like for Christmas. There's Vidar, Darth Vidar, Ymir, or Hrp, I honestly don't know. Is he wearing a dead sort of lion monster on his head, or is it eating him? If it is eating him, somebody should tell him. And Army of Zeus. They're like people, but they've got light bulbs where their eyes should be. What a world. Bloody hell, so many of these things. What a bizarre thing. I'm going to have to actually work out how we play. There's got to be a YouTube video somewhere telling you how to play, and then play it against somebody. Except we can't. We've only got one magnet on a string. And it's Hercules. That's a shame. Because I'm just thinking of all the fun I wouldn't have if I tried to play this. Think about it. You'd be chucking your magnet and picking these things up and thinking, my God, there's so much more fun I could be. There's such better use of my time than playing this game. Anyway, that's 6 of 60. 60 to collect. And they're all shite hawk, I reckon. Right, time for some more action figures, I think. This is a more recent one. It's Matt Hatter Chronicles. I have no idea. He doesn't even wear a fucking hat. What is going on here, guys? So the story behind these were in Pound World for £1, and they're also selling them in Poundland. But Poundland was selling them for like £3 or £4, or considerably more, because Poundland do a thing now where they sell items for more than £1. It's very confusing, but don't worry, it works with the Chronicle. That thing, the interactive life cell. I am so confused. Anyway, I'm going to say this looks like a cheapy, shitty CGI cartoon, but damn, I like some of the villain designs. This is super villain Black Knight, because he's a knight and he wears black armour. There, that's a thing, isn't it? My God, collect them all. I like them because they look like... I swear to God, Harry Partridge told me about these once. I remember him saying that he really liked the designs of the more traditional monsters, and I'm in total agreement if this is the same thing. Look, there's a Minotaur. When did we stop pronouncing that Minotaur and start pronouncing Minotaur? I wonder if it was a Thursday. Count Venom. He's going to be some sort of vampire type, I suppose. Prowler, just a woman with some guns, which is a bit odd. Werewolf and his hoodie. Captain Lightning. Now we're talking. Doc Fossil. That's a bit odd. Zombie Boss. Not just any zombie, it's the boss, Medusa. I've got that one over there. We'll have a look in a minute. Black Knight with his sword that looks more like some sort of accessory for clearing out a drain. Mummy. Candy Cane. Creeped me out a bit, that one. Amphibious. Again, nice design. Redbeard. Not entirely sold on that one. Cyclops. Yeah, good. Phoenix and Cyber Racer. So are these all bad guys? Are some of them good guys? I mean, Captain Lightning sounds like he'd be a good guy, but by the design, I'm not sure. Well, that's Matt Hatter. Anyway, you connect your life cells to like some sort of telescope thing he's got going on, and then you lock the villain into the villain vault. So he likes traps people in books. Simba. Simba. What do you make of this trap? But Simba, what are you doing to the letter A? No, stop, Simba. No, you can't mate with the letter... Oh, God. Simba, you can't take him anywhere. Come on, then. Let's have a look at the Black Knight. Is it as nice a thing as I assume? That's quite a chunky bit of plastic with a bit of lenticular nonsense on. Not particularly good lenticular picture, I must say. It feels like a bit of sort of an 80s one that you'd get in the cereal. These days, lenticular stuff, you can have so many frames. It's interesting. Yeah, that... That looks like one of the specialty swords you would get while playing the RPG mode in Soul Age back in the day. Or Soul Blade, as we had to call it over here due to weird legal shenanigans. One that would, like, wreck your enemy's sword quicker. Right. Yeah, that's a really nice figure. It's only got your 5 points of articulation, but it's really chunky. This is the sort of thing you could give the kids and they'd quite happily smash them up against trees and stuff and it wouldn't really matter. I like the design. I like the sculpt. There's not much colour to it, but I think that's more the design, looking at the other figure here, than anything else. Yeah, this is really good. I mean, that's a really nice figure for £2 or £3, and for £1, you couldn't ask for more. Well, you could, but you'd be fucking rude. Stop it. Just stop it and think of somebody other than yourself for 5 minutes. God, people. So, yeah, skull-faced bloke here, like it a lot. Much nicer than, for instance, I don't know, some bits of metal and a magnet on a string. And also, supervillain Medusa. There she is, holding up an invisible apple. Because I'm sure that's how it works. I haven't heard anything about this line at all, so I don't know if it just wasn't kind of popular over here. It's got to be based on a cartoon. We've got like a film reel here with some CGI and stuff going on. Also, why doesn't there actually seem to be a figure of Mad Hatter? And why is he called Mad Hatter, which is obviously a play on Mad Hatter, despite not... I don't know. I am confused. It doesn't come with any sort of accessory. And, oh, yeah, that is a bit of an extreme pose for somebody with low articulation, that, isn't it? Well, I can look like I'm throwing something a bit. Nice sculpting on the snakes on the hair there. I don't know what's going on. She's got some sort of bodysuit thing she's wearing. Or is that her skin? I don't know. Oh, no, her skin is the white stuff. You can see the side of her ankle and there and that. Well, I'm glad that we managed to clear that one up. Yeah, again, this is quite a nice figure. Much less chunky than the other one, but that's more by design than anything, but you've got a lot more paint detail. Yeah, that's good. You stay over there, and we'll look at the last set of figures, because I need to use the shelf for stocking other things. This is, again, a cartoon or something I've never bloody heard of. It's called Huntik. Secrets and Seekers. Magic accessory included. That looks like a big steaming shit or something, which is a bit odd. Anyway, this is Dant Newboy, which is an amazing name. I'm going to assume it's actually called Dante or something under there, similar to many characters from many fictions, like that Devil May Cry reboot that everybody got angry about. So he's got a long coat. It's a sort of yellow duster. He's got a bit of an emo haircut going on, so he can't see out of one eye, and is therefore quite challenged when it comes to depth perception, which isn't going to help him when there's some horrible monster up behind him. So, collect them all. There's Dante Vale. I'm assuming he's a good guy. Sophie Casterwill. I'm assuming she's a good guy. That kid I've got a figure of down there. Defoe. Is he a goodie or a baddie? I'm going to say he's a baddie, because all these guys have that symbol, and I mean that one's obviously the goodie from the standard setup, and he's got a different one. Really, I want a figure of that thing. That looks bloody amazing. Right, what's the write-up? Join the Huntik team in an exciting adventure. Discover the power of the Seekers and Titans through ancient legends. Invoke the Titans. It's all coming together. And recreate their magical battles. Each articulated figure comes with an energy ball accessory. Yeah, marvellous. Again, I'm going to guess that this was some sort of cartoon, although it looks more 2D. Interesting. Is this stuff actually shown on television? I don't know. Obviously, I don't watch the sort of channels they would be on. All I watch is my floor, which is covered in... Oh, no! If only there was some way I could pick it up. I can't even be bothered. Again, these look like chunky, decent figures. I apologise in advance to headphones users. I'm going to say in advance, I mean far too late. So this is the energy ball accessory. I'm not really sold on this, I've got to say. It just looks like a smelly oven glove that's on fire. Oh dear. That reminds me, I haven't done Loot Crate for a while. Oh God, twist ties, the bane of every parent's existence. Dad, can you get the figure out of the package? Oh, it's got twist ties, son. Come back to me when you're 73 and I might have fucking finished it. Oh, God. Right. man, this isn't the best figure ever, then I will not be at all surprised, because the chances of that are quite slim, let's be honest. Here we are. So again, quite well, very well articulated actually. I'm surprised. He can do look dances, look. The agony, I've broken my legs. The arms are it's a bit odd that you've got quite a huge range of motion on the legs, but the arms are kind of, don't move to the sides at all, just backwards and forwards. What can we do with this? Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced by that, to be brutally honest with you. But again, it's a nice chunky figure. For £1, you can go wrong, tip-top. I imagine these were quite expensive when they were first out. Are these the sort of things they have in Toys R Us and nobody really looks at, and they sit there for a year and then disappear? Because I'm thinking both this and Matt Hatter there kind of fit that bill. Right, I think we're going to do another jump cut, and I'll open the other figures I've got in this range. And here is what I'm going to assume is the hero of the piece, because on the back he was like the furthest to the left, and appears to be younger, so he's a bit more of a proxy for the audience. So it's a kid wearing jeans that are several sizes too big for him. He's got a belt which also doesn't fit. Basically, his hair looks like it's been just slopped onto his head, as if it's made out of paint or something, and none of his clothes fit. I feel quite sorry for him. But on the plus side, he does have a blue oven glove of doom. Yes, all is well with the world. They all appear to be the same, actually just moulded out of different colours. Well, that's good, isn't it? Off you go over there and do your things. This is another character called... Hang on, it said on the packet. Oh, blimey, I've lost it. Defoe, no, that's not it. Zalia Moon! There we go. Again, being followed by some sort... They've all got some sort of Titan thing standing behind them, look. I want figures of those. Is this like Guilty Gear, where when they go fighting they have like a spiritual weirdness that comes along? Also, I want a figure of the Suits. Just somebody with a sort of... suit on, and I was going to say he's got a very weird beard, Henty. He's got a very weird beard, but no, I think that's actually some sort of headset thing going on. Anyway, there weren't one of them in the shop. So this is Zalia Moon. She has dark blue hair, looks a bit pissed off, and is worryingly, very worryingly thin as compared to the other characters. Like, yeah, exaggeratedly thin. She isn't going to snap because she's made out of little twigs. Also, I've just lost the magic thing that came with her. Well, it doesn't matter, it's the same as all the others, but a different colour. But the best thing is, you can put her feet to the side and go... which has amused me greatly. You stay over there and we'll look at the last one, which is Evil Defoe, Willem Defoe from Antichrist. That would be pretty evil. Yeah, the figure actually does look a bit more villainy. This two, yeah, very, very solid figures. Actually, it's really just her who isn't so solid, because the thinness. He's got a green deadly oven glove. Let's just get rid of that, because frankly it's a bit crap. And yeah, again, nice sculpt. All the rubber stuff works well. You've got the good leg articulation. All the arm articulation is strangely prohibited, which I don't quite understand. But yeah, these are really nice figures. If you're into this cartoon, they would be nice figures to have, one imagines. But I'm not even 100% sure it is a cartoon. I'm just guessing by the way they were packaged. And I'll tell you what, for £1, you couldn't go wrong. But I bet they were far too bloody expensive in the first place. I would guess £8, £9 on the shelf. Who knows? And more to the point, who really cares in this day and age? Because I bought them for £1 each bloody years ago.
Subscribe for more.